Hitting off for the Reno Aces, right fielder number 59, Christian Robinson.
It's a bullpen game today for the Rainiers. Nick Hull is on the mound for Tacoma. We are all set to go. The first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 4 strike 1 as he deals a sinker, and we are underway at 7:07 local time here in Tacoma, Washington. It's another chilly day, 65 degrees right now at time of first pitch. Bit of an overcast day as well here on Wednesday night as Hull quickly gets ahead in the count 0-2. The winds right now not really a factor, 5 miles per hour. The flag pretty stationary in center field. Stadium lights, though, in full effect tonight as we get going here in game 2 of our series. 0-2, misses low, ball and 2 strikes. Now for Robinson, who's hitting hitting leadoff today, rather. He was hitting 9th in the order yesterday. For the Aces, had one of their 2 home runs. Hull deals the 1-2 home. That's just high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander, 6 foot even, 205 pounds. He is 26 years old, out of Edmonds, Washington. Robinson rests the bat on his shoulder. And the 2-2. Fouled off at the plate, and he stays alive. One of 2 bullpen games this week for Tacoma, and Hull, who has been able to string together some long outings for the Rainiers. He's been able to post 3 innings in relief, so comes in a big spot today.
Yeah, he's been built up over those last couple appearances. 3 innings, his last 2 outings, just 1 run allowed in that stretch.
Deals the 2-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Pareda for strike 3. There is 1 away, and we bring you upstairs today. Riley Pay, Andy Helwig with you tonight. Tacoma just looking to get the offense going today against their starter, Yumin Lin. Yesterday, Tacoma held off the board, so that'll be the big piece tonight.
Yeah, shutout for the 4th time of the season yesterday, and we know this lineup is better than that, so looking to get the offense going early in this one, especially in a bullpen game where you never really know how it's going to play out, give them some run support early on.
Now with 1 away, it's Ryan Waldschmidt at the plate who takes a strike. Waldschmidt, the top prospect in the Diamondbacks system yesterday. Hitting leadoff, he went 2 for 5 with a single, a double, and a run scored. Clears it behind the plate. Pareda gives it a look, but that one is foul into the stands. Quickly 0-2. Hull entering today, no record, 4.86 ERA for Tacoma. Making his first start, though, with the Rainiers, exclusively out of the bullpen. This will be his 10th appearance overall. 16 2/3 innings, 9 runs, 16 hits, 6 walks, 18 strikeouts. Opponents have hit .254 against him. Waldschmidt fouls it off, and the count stays 0-2.
And for Nick Hull, a lot of slider, cutter. That's a good chunk of the arsenal, which he'll use pretty evenly. Lefties and righties. Righties will see more of a sinker. He's got a changeup and curveball. Hasn't used too much this year, though.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled off again, and Waldschmidt stays alive. Been sinker, slider, 4-seam, now a slider to Waldschmidt. And he's fouled off 3 consecutive pitches. Wide stance from the right side. 0-2. Fouled back into the stands, count stays 0-2. I was talking to the Aces broadcaster, Nash Walker, yesterday pregame about Waldschmidt and the sample size that he put together with the Diamondbacks, his big league time. But now being here in Reno, just something that he's focusing on is getting at bats like this where he's able to foul off breaking pitches and able to stay alive to limit those strikeout numbers as he fouls it off again and he stays alive at an 0-2 count. Great example of it here.
Yeah, and he's really grinding here against Hull. Is, like you said, showing him a couple different looks now. And for Waldschmidt, after getting that look, because Lourdes Gurriel Jr. was on the IL, so you had a feeling it was going to be a limited stint for him up there.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. For strike 3, it's back-to-back strikeouts. Hull wins the battle here. And there are 2 away in the first inning. Let's set the defense for you today. Pareda completes the battery tonight. Wisdom is at first. Mastroboni at second. Bliss at the hot corner. Rodden is at short, left to right in the outfield. It's Blake Rambush, Victor Labrada, and Connor Joe. 2 down for a hole. Here is Tim Tawa. And he fouls off the sinker for strike 1. Home plate umpire dusting off the plate. Charlie Welling calling balls and strikes. Kellen Martin's at first. Derek Pacheco at second. And at third today is Jacob Metz, part of a 4-man crew. Oh, 1 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball out towards left field. Rambush just a few steps in, and he makes the catch at his shoulder. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Nick Hull in the first. 2 strikeouts and a flyout as the Aces go down in order. We're off to the bottom of the first on Kixie 880.
What is up, Cheney Stadium? How we doing? Yeah, happy Copa, happy Wednesday, or should I say, miércoles. We got a great game of baseball ahead, tons of fun ahead. Let's get it started the right way. If you want a free t-shirt, let's hear ya!
For record of 5.40 ERA for Reno. Southpaw toes the rubber at 5'11", 160 pounds, out of Taiwan. All right, quick delay. Everybody looking out towards left field, not really sure what it is. Oh, it's a gate. So Ortiz jogs out to go and close it. Make sure it's locked. Now we're all set. As Mastroboni leads off, Lynn will get a sign from Garcia. Scoreless so far in the bottom of the first inning. Lynn kicks and deals. And the first pitch misses low for ball 1. Second time this season that Tacoma is facing Lynn. He's faced the Rainiers a handful of times in his career. As the 1-0 is fouled back. Ball and a strike now for Mastroboni. Faced Lynn on opening weekend up at Greater Nevada Field. 4 innings for him there. He allowed 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 73 pitches, 48 for strikes. He was saddled with the loss. What was his first start of the year? He deals the strike here, and the count is 1-2 now for Mastroboni. One-two on the way. Swing, and he lifts it out towards shallow center. It is Fernandez, the shortstop, who makes the catch for the first out in the inning, drifting out to the grass. There's 1 away. Here's Ryan Bliss, the third baseman for Tacoma. And let's set the defense for Reno today. Garcia completes the battery. Pena's at first. Soretti at second with Tawa at third. Fernandez at short, left to right in the outfield. Ortiz, Waldschmidt, and Robinson. First pitch to Bliss. Swing and a miss at the changeup. Sinker, sweeper, changeup, 4-seam, and curveball for Lynn in his arsenal. Deals the 0-1. Fouled back for strike 2.
Yeah, both sides are going to see a lot of that sinker, the sweeper, a lot more used against lefties than righties. Righties are going to see more of the changeup, 4-seam, and the curveball. The lefties are going to be a heavy dose of sinker and sweeper.
0-2 home. That one hit Bliss. He tried to spin out of the way of the fastball. That would hit him, and he is aboard on a hit by pitch.
Now, luckily for Bliss's sake, it sounded like it got the elbow guard as he tried to spin away from it, and it looked like it did get the outer part of that left elbow guard, so hopefully that takes the brunt of it, and he gets aboard with one out here.
He's now at first. Brock Rodden, the shortstop, at the plate. He bats from the right side. Switch hitter facing the lefty and Lynn. First pitch. In for a strike. Bliss takes a good lead at first. The 0-1. Rodden shows bunt, but it misses for a ball. The count evens at 1 apiece. Lynn sets and deals the 1-1. That's outside, 2 balls and a strike. We've talked about it as well. Bliss with the strong June that he had. An opportunity too with him reaching base so frequently, a chance to see him run. Obviously not an ideal way to reach here, but still a chance with the base runner on. See if Tacoma can capitalize early as the 2-1 misses for ball 3, and a 3-1 count now for Rodden.
Yeah, 14 steals and 19 tries for Bliss, and coming off one of the best months of his career. Also went 7 for 8 in steals in June. But certainly he's got the wheels to take off at any time.
A little bit tougher with a lefty on the mound today as the 3-1 is hit in the air out towards right center field. Waldschmidt coming in. He gives way to the right fielder and Robinson, who makes the catch. There are 2 outs. Now it's the cleanup batter, Patrick Wisdom. First baseman bats from the right side. Bliss takes off as that one gets away, rolls to the backstop. Bliss moves up to second base. Garcia has to collect it all the way down towards the third base side, and Bliss into scoring position.
And so he does take off here as the sweeper runs well inside, and that's the toughest ball for a catcher to handle, is that one to your glove side, down and in. You just don't have a lot of range there unless you turn the glove over, and Garcia couldn't get that glove flipped, and so Bliss picks up the steal. And like you said, an opportunity here to get an early run.
That's his 15th with Tacoma. 1-0 is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Wisdom entering today with a .307 average. 19 home runs, 38 RBI. 2-0 is high. 3-0 the count.
That's been one of the issues for Lynn this year, is the ability to stay in the strike zone. It's been better for him as of late, but on the season, still the 2nd highest walk rate in the league among pitchers with at least 60 innings this season.
3-0. Swing, and he hits it out towards right center. That one gets down between Waldschmidt and Robinson. Bliss races in to scores. The throw is cut off. An RBI single for Patrick Wisdom, and Tacoma takes a 1-0 lead in the first inning.
Yeah, tried to run that sinker off the plate and sounded like it was off the end of the bat there from Wisdom. And green light there on the 3-0 pitch on what would have been ball 4, but you'll take it, get the knock and get the run in. And if there's anybody to have a green light right now in the Rainiers uniform, it'd be Wisdom. So capitalizing there at the hit by pitch and the steal, and Rainiers manufacture the game's first run.
Now it's Victor Labrada at the plate. He takes the strike. Lefty on lefty matchup. Inning continues with another base runner on. Lynn sets and deals the 0-1. Swing and a bouncing ball to the second baseman. Soretti fields it and throws across his body for the final out in the inning. But Tacoma does strike first. They get a run in on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on. 1-0 Tacoma. We are off to the second on Kixie 880.
Designated hitter number 31, Tyler Locklear.
For Reno, for Nick Holt to work with, the starter today for Tacoma. He will face the heart of the order, Tyler Locklear, to lead things off. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. Locklear, Fernandez, Pena, the 3 due up after 2 strikeouts and a flyout for Hull in the first. Locklear yesterday in the opener had a multi-hit game, going 2 for 4 with 2 singles. 1-0. Swing and a miss at the cutter to even the count. One. Swing and a ground ball hit to the second base side. Mastroboni from the grass throws to first, and there's 1 away. It's 4 straight retired now for Hull. It brings up Jose Fernandez.
This is what the start you wanted to see out of Hull, and again, we talked about how much he's been built up over the last couple of appearances, and so he's going to be able to give you bulk relief. He stays efficient. You know, you might be able to get 4 innings out of him tonight, and probably best case scenario for Tacoma.
They come at a huge time with 2 bullpen games this series. Fernandez from the right side. The first pitch is in for a strike with a cutter. A 1. This one hit out towards left field. It sends Rambush back towards the track, and that one hits off the video board in left field. Jose Fernandez with the solo home run. That will tie the game at 1 apiece in the top of the second inning.
Hull goes to the sinker here and left up and caught enough of the player. Fernandez able to get that bat around there for his second of the season with Reno, and had just enough air under it to get it over the yellow line in left field.
Sinker there, 107 off the bat, 396 feet. First pitch now to Pena, misses for ball 1. Righty on lefty matchup. That one's hit foul. Tucks into the dugout down the first base side. Ball and a strike. Pena, the first baseman yesterday, had 3 groundouts and a strikeout. As the 1-1 is hit in the air down the left field side, but it hooks foul. Onto the party deck. 1-2. Brand new game, tied at 1 in the top of the second. Now Danny Sreddy waiting on deck. Pena calls time. Now taps the bat at the plate. One, 2. Pena stays alive as the slider misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a spot where, you know, Pareda, he probably thinks that was a strike, but knowing probably not the right place to risk using the challenge.
2-2. Bounced foul. Count stays even.
Even though he would have won it
Right.
had he done it. But again, base is empty, 1 out, second inning, 1-1 game. Not really the spot you need to use one there. But you can almost see it in real time. You know, the thought process of thought that was a strike, but knowing better to save that for later in the game.
I'm thinking about the strategy here early on. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Pena. 2-2 is high. Count goes full. Here's the payoff. Hit foul again down the first base side.
I think the Reno dugouts had enough of that.
Yeah, all of them going that way.
Couple points that way.
Another payoff on the way. The pitch hit out towards right field. Joe ranging over. That one will get down as it bounces off the base of the wall. Pena moving to second base. He slides in head first, and he is safe. Gets in ahead of the tag from Rodden, and it's a double for Pena in the second inning.
That slider just hung over the middle of the plate there, and Pena is mashed this season, especially with AA Amarillo before coming up to Reno, and he got one over the middle of the plate and ripped it off the right field wall. And a nice job by Joe. Got that back in quickly and made it a pretty close play at second base.
Back-to-back extra base hits for the Aces. It brings up Danny Soretti, the second baseman. Hole deals. That one hit down the right field side, but foul. Into the corner, just past the bullpen. It's a long strike, and he will head back to the plate.
And he went up to get that. That curveball was up near his eyes.
Very upright stance from the left side, the 0-1. In for a strike, quickly 0-2. Soretti earning his second promotion to Reno after joining the Aces on the 20th. Has hits in 5 of his 8 games, 3 of them multi-hit performances, as that one misses low. Ball and 2 strikes. It's gone 10 for 26. 8 runs scored, a double, a homer, 1 RBI, and 7 walks. Hole ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Swing this one line to the glove of Mastroboni. He throws to second base in a double play to escape the second. Soretti lines into the double play. It goes 4-6 to get the final 2 outs in the second. Just the home run from Fernandez, and we are tied now at 1.
Batting 6th for La Familia tonight. Right fielder number 33, Connor Joe.
Lefty on righty matchup in the bottom of the second. Lynn holds the glove to his chest. Garcia sets up behind the plate. The first pitch is flared in the air down the right field side. Long run for Pena, and the right fielder in Robinson comes out of nowhere, jumps over him, and he's able to make the catch. Pena back to his feet. He says he's okay, but Robinson coming from deep right field. He's able to get there first.
Yeah, glad to see Pena able to get up there. Robinson coming in with a head of steam just to try and track this one down in the right field corner. Second time we've seen that in 2 games now with Reno. Near collisions. But glad to see everybody able to get up and be all right.
Now it's Johnny Pareda at the plate, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Outside. Garcia out of the stance. 2 balls, no strikes. Lynn coming off of a quality start for him. 2 consecutive now as he deals the 2-0. That's in for a strike, and he's back in the count. Facing Oklahoma City on the 24th, allowed 3 runs. Tying his 6 innings, that is a season high, as the 2-1 is in for strike 2. But did allow a season high 9 hits. Tacoma with one so far here in the bottom of the second. 3 quality starts for him overall this season as the 2-2 is hit sharply to the shortstop. Fernandez scoops it and throws to first base for the second out of the inning. 2 outs now brings up Jackson Reeds with the bases empty. Reeds bats from the right side. Lynn deals. That's outside of the curveball. Reeds, the DH today, hitting .277 with 3 home runs, 12 RBI, a .388 on base percentage. Bounces it to the third base side, fielded by Tawa. He shuffles and throws to first for the final out of the inning. The side goes down in order 1, 2, 3 facing Lynn, and we remain tied at 1 through 2 innings today on Kixie 880. Hull got the help of a double play in the second to end the frame. Hernandez with the solo home run to account for the offense so far. First pitch to Garcia, misses for ball 1. Garcia doing the catching today. Had the day off yesterday with Serta catching for Reno. Garcia hitting .258, 5 home runs, 14 RBI. 1-0, popped up a mile high as Pareda loses the mask, drifting over towards the on-deck circle down the third base side. He is there for the first out of the inning. Garcia pops out to the catcher for out number 1. Now it brings up Angel Ortiz, the left fielder for Reno. He digs in from the left side. Number 9 bat in the order. Hull fires home. Misses low with the fastball. Reno today is wearing their navy blue jersey tops with the gray bottoms. Reno right across the front of the jersey in a white cursive font. Arizona Diamondbacks logo is on the right sleeve as the 1-0 is bounced down the first base side. Wisdom lays out to corral it, and he taps the bag for the second out. Wisdom going airborne down the first base line, and he takes away a hit from Ortiz.
Yeah, well struck ball, hugging the line, and Wisdom playing pretty close and a really nice dive. It had a line drive snag yesterday at third base, and nearly 2 of them on a leaping grab, but heck of an effort there, and takes away extra bases from Ortiz.
Now there are 2 outs with the base is empty. It's Christian Robinson for the second time. He shows bunt, pushes it down the third base side. Bliss charges in and throws across the diamond, but not in time, as Robinson is able to beat him there with a bunt single with 2 outs in the third.
Yeah, it looked like Bliss was playing pretty deep there, and Robinson obviously has got great speed, and so puts down a good bunt and just ever so barely able to beat out that throw from Bliss.
We'll extend the inning now for Ryan Waldschmidt. Puts the go-ahead run on base now for Reno, tied at 1 in the third. First pitch, runner goes. The pitch is a strike and no throw down. Pareda lost it on the transfer. So Robinson has a stolen base, and now the Aces have the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Yeah, Robinson making it happen himself here in the third inning. The bunt single, steals second on the next pitch, and just like that, Reno with the runner in scoring position now with 2 outs.
It's his 14th steal as the 0-1 misses low and away. Waldschmidt, a strikeout victim of Hull in the first inning. 1-1. Hit softly in front of the plate. Pareda fields it, and he throws to first base for the final out in the inning. Waldschmidt grounds out 2-3 to finish off the frame. A no-run score, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left stranded at second. We are still tied at 1 on Kixie 880.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board as we welcome tonight's groups to the ballpark.
1 apiece with the Reno Aces in the early goings of Game 2. Rambush from the right side facing Yumin Lin, who deals the first pitch. And it's in for strike 1 with the sinker. Lin set down the side with a fly out and 2 ground outs in the second inning. He rocks and deals the 0-1. That one sails high with a fastball to even the count. One. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Talked about it a lot, but Rambush, who has been great in the 9 spot. Tacoma with a lot of production, though, from their 9 spot hitters this season. As the 2-1 is bounced past the mound, fielded by Soretti, the second baseman, throws to first for the out. It is now 5 straight retired by Lin. And it's back to the top of the order. Here's Miles Mastroboni.
And there for Rambush, again, ball hit well, but within the range of the defense. That was a good amount yesterday. Rainiers stung a couple that just couldn't find the green in the outfield.
First pitch to Mastroboni is in for a strike. He popped out to short in the first inning. Lin working quickly, deals the 0-1. That's in for strike 2, and he's ahead in the count. Lin has made 5 career starts facing Tacoma as he deals the 0-2. That's outside, a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 record for him, a 6.55 ERA facing the Rainiers. 22 innings ahead of today. 17 strikeouts, 14 walks. As the 1-2 misses low. And the count evens at 2 apiece. Two. Swing, and he lines it to left field. Ortiz just a few steps back. He makes the catch on a line for the second out of the inning. 2 outs with the bases empty. It brings up Ryan Bliss.
Lin continuing what seems to be a strong stretch for him. Like you said, those back-to-back quality starts. He's been staying in the zone more. Hasn't been hurting himself with those walks. And so far, first time through the order plus here has limited the Rainiers offense.
First pitch to Bliss, misses for ball 1. Hit by pitch and a stolen base for Bliss in the first inning. He came in to score the run with an RBI single from Wisdom. Swing, and he takes it the opposite way. It gets down in fair ground in right field. Bounces off the wall as Bliss hustles into second, standing with a double with 2 outs in the third.
A nice piece of hitting here by Bliss. Sinker on the outer third and hits it where it's pitched. Takes it the other way down the line and turns that into an easy double. And Bliss picking up in July right where he left off in June. You'll love to see that. And see if the Rainiers can get another 2-out RBI hit here.
That's his 18th double of the season. Go ahead run in scoring position now for Brock Rodden. Continues to bat from the right side facing Lin. Deals the first pitch and it's hit foul down the first base side. Rodden flew out to right field in the first. Tied at 1 in the bottom of the third. A 1. in for a strike. Lynn goes to the sweeper. Oh, 2 count with 2 outs. Rodden holds the bat over his right shoulder. The 0-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Garcia for strike 3. Lynn collects his first strikeout of the game to finish off the third. No runs scored, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left in scoring position. We remain tied through 3 innings on Kixie 880.
Bullpen game for Tacoma today, and Hull is doing about as much as you could ask of him so far. He's thrown 40 pitches through the first 3 innings. And the first offering of the 4th to Tim Tawa, a slider up and in for ball 1. Hull's last 2 appearances, as we've mentioned, each of those 3-inning outings, has thrown 43 pitches in both of them. The 1-0 to Tawa, swing and a miss out in front of the slider. And the count now, ball and a strike. Hull allowing just 3 hits through the first 3 innings. 2 of them came in the second, including a solo home run from Jose Fernandez. That's where Reno's lone run has come from. A kick in the 1-1 pitch. A check swing foul ball down the first base side near the coach's box. And Hull ahead of the count now, a ball and 2 strikes. Tawa is optioned Thursday by the Diamondbacks to make room for Max Kepler off the restricted list. The kick and the 1-2. A swing and a fly ball lifted left field. Rambush as Labrada in center will be the one to make the catch. And there's 1 away in the 4th inning. Now 3 1/3 innings of work for Nick Hull. That is a season high for him. And Rainiers are going to go with Hull as long as they can get out of him, and it's looking pretty good so far. Here's Tyler Locklear in from the right side, 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. Right on right, and the first pitch home is a slider in the dirt for ball 1. 2025 Pacific Coast League All-Star for Tyler Locklear.
Remember about this time last year, the stretch that he went on with Tacoma.
Yeah, it wasn't an incredible July for him. Swung the bat really well in this ballpark. 1-0 pitch, hit on a line, center field. Labrada racing in and plays it off a hop on the dive. Locklear is aboard with his first hit of the game. Labrada thought about going all out for it, but slides and plays it off the short hop and keeps it in front of him with a 1-out single. Here comes Jose Fernandez. After the trade last year, Locklear spent the rest of the season in the big leagues with Arizona, hit a .175 over the final 31 games. 3 home runs with the D-backs, dealt with some injury as well, limited his time. First pitch to Fernandez, runs inside as he takes a slider. Herrera pump faking on a back pick to first base. Locklear back in standing. Locklear with 4 steals and 5 tries this year with Reno. Hull from the belt, now spins and throws to first. Take a look at the former Rainier over at first base.
That was another piece, too, that we noticed last year.
Yeah.
A guy who's a power hitter, but he's very smart on the base pass, and he makes really good decisions, good jumps. So something to pay attention to still.
Yeah, picked his spots well last year with Tacoma. Had 18 steals and 24 tries. The 1-0 pitch. Changeup dives below the zone. 2 balls and no strikes now on Fernandez. His second home run of the season coming in the 2nd inning. Hull set at the belt. Set from the first base side of the rubber. The 2-0 pitch. High and outside at the slider, and Fernandez ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Rainiers going to lean on their bullpen heavily for the next couple of days. As Riley mentioned, another bullpen game 2 days from now. This group has been solid this year as the 3-0 clips the outside corner for a strike, 3-1. Rainiers bullpen with a 3.69 ERA this season, second best in AAA. They have allowed the fewest runs, homers, and walks. They've also thrown the second fewest innings in AAA. Hull's 3-1 offering on the way, and that is at the knees for a strike, and it's now 3-2. Should not come as much of a shock. Rainiers relievers haven't been asked of much this year, given how much their starters have been able to work deep into the ballgame. Rainiers, who lead the minor leagues in quality starts and getting almost 6 innings just about every night, and so the bullpen has not had an enormous workload this season. Full count on Fernandez. Here's the payoff. A swing and a ground ball down to third base line, foul. Fernandez got a slider off the end of the bat and rolled it foul, and will do it again.
We've got a new addition back to the bullpen as well. Alex Hoppe will rejoin the Rainiers. He's on the roster now, and he was with Tacoma at the beginning of the season in Reno, and as we talked about yesterday, he was typically used as that closer role for Tacoma.
Another 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. It's hit on the ground sharply to third and through the hole in the left field for a base hit. Locklear wheeling around second on his way to third. He is in there safely on a base hit for Jose Fernandez. His second hit of the ball game. And the Aces have met the corners with 1 out in the 4th inning. Locklear got the head start as he was looking to swipe second and was able to carry that momentum into third. And now the Rainiers, we'll see how they play this. Looks like Bliss is going to play in here. Or at least even with the bag here as Manuel Pena steps in from the left side. Big power threat. Right on left. First pitch is off the plate for ball 1. Pena is yet to hit his first home run with Reno. Already has 26 this season. That was done in 61 games with AA Amarillo, tied for the most in the minor leagues. Long look in for Hall and the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a well-hit ball into center field. This sends Labrada back a step. Locklear tags from third as the catch is made. Throw goes to second, and it's a sacrifice fly for Manuel Pena. And the Aces have taken a 2-1 lead in the 4th inning.
Got it deep enough into the outfield. Labrada with a great arm, but out towards that deepest part of the ballpark, and so that will allow another run to score.
Fernandez stays at first base on the play. Now 2 gone in the inning, and Danny Serretti, the hitter, lined out to second base. First out of a double play to end the 2nd inning. Spin and a throwback to first. Fernandez is in there safely. The Aces on the board here again in the 4th inning. They have now taken a 2-1 lead after winning the opener yesterday 7-0. The Rainiers were blanked for the 4th time this season. The pitch to Serretti. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Serretti is in his 2nd stint with Reno this season as Mike McCarthy, pitching coach, is out to the mound. Have a chat here with Hall as Pareda and Bliss will join in. Meanwhile, there is action down in the Rainiers bullpen. Can't tell quite yet. It looks like Domingo Gonzalez starting to get loose. Hull has got 56 pitches. You'd love for him to be able to finish off this 4th inning. Again, the previous high in innings was 3 and pitches was 43, has surpassed both of those today. Ball and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Serretti. Hands over his helmet, and the pitch home is at the knees with a slider. The count evens at a ball and a strike. Jose Fernandez, the runner at first base. He has got 6 steals and as many attempts as Hull pays him a visit. He's back in there on a headlong dive. Second disengagement by Nick Hull. he does not get him on the third attempt, it would go down as a balk and push Fernandez up to second base. Right-hander comes together at the belt, takes a deep breath. And here's the 1-1. A swing and a grounder foul to the front of the Reno dugout. Now a ball and 2 strikes on Soretti with 2 gone in the 4th inning, and the Ace is on top 2-1. Hall trying to finish off 4 innings here. Looking for his 3rd strikeout as he does not get Fernandez at first base, and that is going to be a balk. And it was that 3rd disengagement by Hull, tried to get Fernandez. And so Fernandez does get that extra 90 feet. And so now a 2-out single here might be able to make it a 3-1 game. Hall looks back to second. 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to first base. Slowly hit. Wisdom's got it. Flips to Hall, covering the bag. And that'll do it for the Aces in the 4th inning. Reno does get another run on the board on 2 hits. They strand a runner in scoring position. Halfway through the 4th, our new score, Reno 2, Tacoma 1 on Kixie 880. Back out to the mound for the 4th. Southpaw's first offering to Wisdom is at the knees with a sinker for strike 1. Wisdom has swung it well against lefties this year, hitting .361 with 9 of his 19 home runs against lefties. The kick and the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs at the fastball, 1-1. Wisdom's 9 homers against lefties this season, tied for the 2nd most in all of baseball, which may not come as a huge shock given how much he's homered this year. That's including the major leagues. The 1-1. That's at the knees with the changeup, 1-2. Any stab at the first?
I feel like it's got to be a layup.
It's a strong candidate to be in the home run derby this year. Think about where it's being played.
Schwarber?
Bingo. 1-2.
That's good company.
And that's a called 3rd strike on a curveball. Wisdom is retired for the first out of the 4th. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber's got 10 home runs this season against left-handed pitchers, most in the game. 1 gone in the 4th inning. Here comes Victor Labrada. Labrada 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. That came in the 1st inning. Rainiers scored their lone run in the 1st. Reno got 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 4th as Labrada goes after the first pitch but shoots it foul down the right field line. No balls in a strike on the Rainiers center fielder. Victor coming off of a strong month of June. We saw the power surge, 11 extra base hits in June. 2nd most in a month in his career. Had 12 in June of 2024. 0-1 offering, hit on the ground to the right side. Couple bounces to Soretti, the second baseman to his left, flips on to first in time. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Connor Joe. Rainiers just a couple hits in this ball game. They've had 3 base runners. 2 of them coming in the 1st inning. Connor Joe steps in from the right side, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. He swung it well against left-handers this year. First pitch home. That misses inside as the changeup just off the edge for strike 1. Or excuse me, ball 1 rather. All set at the letters of his navy blue Reno jersey. Fires home and the sinker is in on the outer half for strike 1 to Joe. Ball and a strike now on the Rainiers right fielder. Rainiers in the La Familia de Tacoma uniforms tonight. As the 1-1 pitch. Curveball stays outside, now 2-1. Red tops, cream bottoms, along with the red helmets at the plate and red hats with the La Familia de Tacoma T on the front and some gold on the edges. The 2-1 misses high. 3 balls and a strike on Connor Joe with the bases empty and 2 gone in the 4th. Human Lin looking for his second clean inning of the day. His 3-1 pitch is golfed in the air, deep left field. Ortiz on his way back to the warning track. It is gone! Connor Joe hits his 3rd home run of the season. A solo shot to deep left field, and this game is tied at 2 in the 4th.
And got a sinker there from Lynn, hit it 107.5 off the bat, 375 feet to left field. And Tacoma quickly responds. They tie the game in the bottom of the 4th.
Just what you were looking to see. Get that response. Connor Joe with the hardest hit ball of the game. A screamer out to the left field seats, and we've got a new game in the 4th. 2-2 now as Johnny Pareda goes after the first pitch, hits a sharp ground ball to short. Fernandez has got it, throws on to first, and that'll do it for Tacoma in the 4th inning. Connor Joe with his 3rd home run of the season ties it up. We move to the 5th in a 2-2 game on Kixie 880.
The PSESD Valley of Esperanza program is dedicated to empowering families in East Pierce County by strengthening families and planting seeds of hope for all while focusing on Latin cultures. They provide essential support to help families navigate the school system, connect with vital resources.
Domingo has been excellent in his time with Tacoma this year, a sub-2 ERA, allowing just 4 earned runs in 26 2/3 innings, 8 walks and 26 strikeouts. As his first offering to Aramis Garcia is in with a slider for strike 1. Garcia, who popped out to the catcher in foul territory his first time up. As Gonzalez fires home. This is off the plate with a sinker. 1-1 now on Garcia. Domingo really relies heavily on a 2-pitch combination of a 4-seam fastball and slider. Mixes in the sinker and a changeup. As the 1-1 pitch is lifted in the air, this is into shallow left. Rambush trotting in, makes the catch over his head for the first out of the 5th inning. And that'll bring up the 9 batter, Angel Ortiz. Gonzalez lights out this year with Tacoma. Has not given up a run yet in this ballpark. 10 appearances spanning 12 innings. As the first pitch home to Ortiz is in there for a strike with a fastball. Domingo looked to put together a solid stretch in the back half of last season with Tacoma after coming over from the Braves organization. Fires a strike to Ortiz, 0-2. But this year with the Rainiers has taken a massive step forward. He made his major league debut with Seattle. Looking to put up a 0 here in the 5th in a 2-2 ball game. 0-2 on Ortiz. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch home. Swing and a tip into the glove of Pareda for strike 3. Second out of the inning. 3rd strikeout of the game for Tacoma. 2 up, 2 down for Domingo Gonzalez as he blows the fastball right by him. And now back to the top of the card to Christian Robinson. Robinson today 1 out of 2. Singled and stole a base in the 3rd inning. First pitch swinging. Swings over the top of the sinker. 0-1. Robinson, who's coming off the best month of the season by far, hitting .327 in June. That coming off the heels of a May where he hit .227. Next pitch is down, 1-1 on Robinson. Gonzalez looking to put together Tacoma's second clean inning of the day. The other came in the first. The stretch in the 1-1. That is at the knees for a strike with a sinker. 93 miles an hour. Gonzalez ahead in the count, 1-2, with 2 gone in the 5th. Looking to make it back-to-back strikeouts here to close out the frame. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Powered the fastball by him. And Domingo Gonzalez with a clean 5th inning with a pair of punch-outs. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-2 on Kixie 880.
What's up, fans? I heard that you guys might like churros. So I got some good friends about to hand out some churros, starting with
Número 27, Jackson Reitz.
With the 8-9-1 batters due up in the 5th inning. Southpaw Yu-Min Lin still on the bump, and his first pitch to Jackson Reitz misses down to the fastball for ball 1. Reitz, the DH today, is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. As Lin towing the third base side of the rubber into the wind and the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Over the top of a changeup, ball and a strike now on Reitz. One. That's low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Lin, who is trying to string together 3 consecutive quality starts, allowed 3 runs over 6 innings last week against Oklahoma City. As the 2-1 is off the plate. Now 3 balls and a strike to Jackson Reitz to lead off the 5th inning. Rainiers looking to even this series after dropping yesterday's game 7-0. 3-1 pitch, cut on and missed with a fastball. The count is full. Rainiers are shut out for the 4th time this season yesterday. How about this one? Reno's first shutout at Cheney Stadium since August of 2015. It's also a 7-0 shutout victory as Reitz hits a fly ball into center field. Waldschmidt started back, now a couple steps in, makes the catch. And there's 1 away in the 5th inning. Now bring up Blake Rambush. Rambush trying to set the table here for the top of the order. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second base. As Lin fires home, first pitch, swinging, fly ball center field. Waldschmidt racing in, falling quickly, it's a base hit. Rambush aboard with his first hit of the game after he goes after the first pitch fastball. And there's a man aboard with 1 out now for Miles Mastroboni.
He got a lot of speed now at first base as well. Tacoma with a chance to try and manufacture a run again here and proved to be really beneficial with Bliss getting the steal in the 1st inning, but Rambush an opportunity as well.
8 out of 8 in his time with Tacoma as Lin fires home and it's down and away for ball 1 to Mastroboni. Rambush in his time with AA Arkansas this year, 22 steals in 25 attempts. He's got 30 steals combined. The 1-0. That's low. Now 2 balls, no strikes. 3rd time through the order here for Yu-Min Lin. See if the Rainiers can capitalize. Try and get back in front in what is currently a 2-2 game. The pitch. That's low and away. And it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Lin has not issued a free pass yet today. Well, the Rainiers have seen a handful of 3-ball counts. The 3-0 pitch. And that is down and outside, ball 4. So there is the first walk of the game issued by Lin. As Mastroboni is aboard, that pushes Rambush up to second base. And the Rainiers are in business here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out now for Ryan Bliss. That's going to bring out the catcher Garcia. Everyone's going to come together on the mound to have a conversation with Lynn. Meanwhile, the Reno bullpen, nobody throwing yet, but there is some stretching taking place. Lefty is at 63 pitches. He threw 89 in his most recent start. And here comes Ryan Bliss. Ryan has doubled and been hit by a pitch. He has gotten aboard twice in 2 trips to the plate. Looking for a base here to get Tacoma in front. Left on right, first pitch home. And pitch is up high for ball 1. Rambush with the 1-out single. Mastroboni with the walk. 2 aboard here for Bliss. The stretch and the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball down to third base line is foul. That ball is hugging the chalk and bounced foul about 85 feet down the line. Now a ball and a strike on Ryan Bliss. Finished June with a .316 batting average. 4th best in a month in his career. That includes his time in Seattle. Lynn set at the letters, and the pitch cut on and missed with a fastball. Now 1-2 on Ryan Bliss with 1 gone in the 5th inning. About as good of a chance of Tacoma putting up a crooked number they've had today. 1 run in the 1st, 1 run in the 4th. The lefty's 1-2. Inside, nearly clipped him. As Bliss brings those hands back near his red jersey. And the count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lights just starting to take hold here at Cheney Stadium. As the 2-2 to Bliss is rocketed down the left field line. Foul. Bliss got out in front of the changeup. And that one looked to be destined for extra bases and a couple of runs, but just a couple feet foul. And so we do it again. Good speed with Rambush at second base. Mastroboni at first. Now a spin and a look back to second base. No throw there as Rambush back to the bag standing. Bliss with an even stance at the plates. Wiggles the bat above his right shoulder. The 2-2. A swing and a ball cracked foul to the right side, out of play. We'll do it again here. Bliss putting together a strong at bat. Next pitch he sees will be the 7th of this plate appearance. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Lynn went back to the sweeper, picks up the strikeout. That's his 3rd of the ball game. And there's now 2 gone in the 5th inning. And here comes Patrick Wisdom. Or excuse me, Brock Rodden rather. Rodden switch hitter in from the right side. 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a strikeout. Lynn got him on the curveball his last time up. First pitch here is that curveball, but it misses low for ball 1. Brock has hit .300 against lefties. Looking for a 2-out knock to give Tacoma the lead. The 1-0. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes as the changeup sails off the plates. Rainiers looking to capitalize, getting a pair aboard here with 1 out. Now with 2 gone here in the inning. Look back to second and the 2-0. A swing and a pop-up right side of the diamonds. So ready into shallow right field. He makes the call and the catch over his head. And the side is retired in the 5th. Rainiers with a good opportunity but could not score. Rambush with the single, Mastroboni with the walk. They are both stranded as we move to the 6th. Still a 2-2 ball game on Kixie 880. He recorded a 1-2-3 5th inning, retired the side on just 10 pitches. As Ryan Waldschmidt digs in from the right side, and the first pitch home from Domingo is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Waldschmidt. 31st overall pick in 2024 out of Kentucky. The stretch and the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a fly ball lifted left field. Rambush camping under it, now drifting back onto the warning track near the wall. Makes the catch just in front of the fence. That ball had some carry to it, and Rambush able to haul it in for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tim Tawa. Tawa 0 for 2 today with a couple of flyouts. First pitch, sinker runs inside for ball 1. Gonzalez retiring the first 4 that he has faced, out for a second inning of work, which has been a point of emphasis for the Rainiers bullpen this season to get some of these guys multiple innings of work at a time. The 1-0 pitch, slider down and away, 2 balls, no strikes. The reason being is that when these guys get called up to the big leagues, that is what you're asked to do, and there's not really ever a situation where you want someone to be doing something for the first time in the major leagues. The 2-0 from Gonzalez misses low, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes on Tim Tawa with 1 gone in the top of the 6th inning in a 2-2 ball game. And some of the guys who were almost exclusively 1 inning guys last year, as that's in there for a strike. 3-1, like Troy Taylor among them, who was a 1 inning guy last year. He has been working multiple innings this season. Just about everybody in that Rainiers bullpen has been doing so. Gonzalez set at the letters. The 3-1. And it's low for ball 4. And a 1-out base runner now for Tyler Locklear. As we welcome you back upstairs inside the Bob Robertson broadcast booth. Riley Pay, Andy Hellig here. Nick Hall, phenomenal job to get this one started here. And Rainiers bullpen has been doing what you need them to do.
Yeah, we talked about it, but it's one of the best units in the minor leagues. And what you really need right now is length. When you have 2 bullpen games in 1 series, so a huge piece with Hull, who is, like you said, continued to get stretched out, but a new season high, and it was great today.
Rainiers need some runs as well to back these guys up in a 2-2 ball game, as the first pitch to Locklear low and away. 1-0 the count on the former Rainiers hitter. Locklear 1 for 2 today with a 4th inning single, came around to score. Spin and a throw back to first, checking in on Tawa. 2 steals and 3 tries for him. Gonzalez set at the letters. 1-0. Runs a fastball in there for a strike. Now 1-1 on Tyler Locklear. DH today. After seeing time at first base yesterday, the 1-1 pitch. Check swing on a slider down. Now 2 balls and a strike. Locklear, the former VCU Ram. Second rounder by the Mariners in 2022. The 2-1 pitch. That's low and away. Now 3 balls and a strike. Johnny Pareda pounding the fist into the glove, trying to hone Gonzalez in here to the zone and avoid walking the potential go-ahead run into scoring position. Right-handers 3-1. Swing and a foul back, and the count is full. Rainiers had a good opportunity in the bottom of the 5th, try and take the lead. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes, but it's fouled back. And we do it again. Looked like Peyton Alford is starting to get loose out of the Rainiers bullpen. Lefty Manuel Pena is a couple hitters away. Three-two pitch, runner goes, it's lifted in the air, right center field. Labrada into the alley, can't get there. Joe cuts him off and will make the throw back in. That is Tawa going first to third. Locklear's got his second hit of the game. And the Aces have him at the corners with one out in the sixth inning. Labrada threw the glove up over his head, try and bluff Tawa into thinking he was going to track it down, but nonetheless, he goes first to third on the play. Locklear now 2 for 3. And here comes Jose Fernandez with the potential go-ahead run 90 feet away from scoring. Johnny Pareda with a quick conversation here for Gonzalez, flashes some signs to the Rainiers infield on how they want to play this if Locklear takes off to try and swipe second. Big spot in this ball game. Fernandez the hitter. First pitch up and in for ball one. Fernandez homered in the second and singled in the fourth. He is 2 for 2 today. The stretch and the 1-0. Down and away with a slider. 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez again making his 11th appearance of the season at Cheney Stadium and has yet to allow a run in this ballpark. The kick into 2-0. In on the hands, grounded softly to second base. Rodden's got it, goes to second for one, back to first, and it's out of the glove of wisdom. Tawa scores. It is 3-2 Reno. There's a slow roller out to short as Mastrobone's throw to first was in the dirt. Fernandez may have been able to beat it out anyway. No matter what, though, Reno has taken a 3-2 lead now in the sixth inning on a fielder's choice and an RBI for Jose Fernandez. And here comes Manuel Pena, and here comes John Russell. Rainiers are going to go to the lefty to face the lefty Pena. The big power threat here is the Aces break through and take a 3-2 lead. John Russell takes the baseball, and we have got a pitching change. Peyton Alford coming into the ballgame. We'll tell you all about him when we return.
To the bullpen presented by Washington Auto Law. Now pitching for La Familia de Tacoma, number 20, Peyton Alford. Now batting, first baseman number 24, Manuel Pena.
Rainiers go to the lefty Peyton Alford to face the left-handed hitter Manuel Pena with a runner at first and 2 outs in the sixth inning. Aces have taken a 3-2 lead as Alford's first pitch home, swing and a miss at the slider for strike one. Can't close the books yet on Gonzalez, still responsible for Fernandez over at first base. See if Alford can put away the power hitting Pena. The stretch and the 0-1. Down and away, ball and a strike. It really is something that Pena still has not connected on that first AAA home run. Again, 26 this year with AA Midland. At the time of his promotion to Reno, led all of baseball. He's played 11 games with Reno. 1-1 is off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Matches his longest homerless streak when he was with AA 11 games.
I mean, you throw a ball in the air in Reno, if the wind's blowing the right way, it'll get out. The pitch, that's high. Now 3 balls and a strike. Alford does not walk many. 9 walks to 21 strikeouts in 14 1/3 innings with the Rainiers. The left-hander's 3-1. Swing and a foul back. Took a good hack at a fastball. And the count is full. You want to lump in his time at Arkansas as well. Offered 51 punch-outs, 11 walks, and 33 in a third innings. And that is remarkable numbers. Over 4.5 strikeouts per walk. Looking for a big strikeout here. The 3-2. Down and in, ball 4. Fernandez was taking off on the pitch. And the fastball didn't miss by much, but it's a walk to Pena, and there are now runners at first and second. And that'll bring out the right-handed hitting Danny Serretti. Reno up 3-2 in the top of the 6th with 2 on and 1 out in game 2 of this 6-game series. First pitch, swing and a line drive left field. That is down for a hit. Fernandez getting the green light around third base. Pena's behind him. They'll hold him there as Serretti hits an RBI double. It is 4-2 Aces. Third double of the season for Serretti. Give him his 5th RBI with Reno. And the Aces have a pair here in the 6th inning.
A couple of groundouts for Serretti batting from the left side, but he wastes no time facing a lefty here. He's able to get a hit for the switch hitter from the opposite side.
First offering to Aramis Garcia misses high for ball 1. Rainiers still not out of the woods yet. With a couple in scoring position and just 1 out. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Now a 4-2 Aces lead in the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up, foul ground, first base side, long run Wisdom on the warning track. Neither he nor Joe can get there, and the ball bounces up onto the berm by the Aces bullpen. And so the Rainiers gonna have to find a way to overcome a 2-run deficit here late in the ball game. And looking out into that Reno bullpen, nobody throwing, so still Lynn's ball game. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Alford gets the strikeout.
Patrick Wisdom.
Aces starter still on the mound, looking to make it 3 consecutive quality starts. First offering to Patrick Wisdom, and it's the curveball missing outside for ball 1. Wisdom with an RBI single in the first inning has now driven in 39 with Tacoma this year. Lynn's 1-0 pitch. That runs high. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Wisdom 19 home runs on the season. The 2-0. Curveball stays high. Now 3 balls, no strikes. He's homering at the highest rate of any minor league hitter over the last 20 years. But he takes all the way, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Patrick Wisdom to lead off the 6th inning. Rainiers get the leadoff man aboard for the first time today, as Wisdom will take the jog down to first, and that brings up Victor Labrada. Labrada represents the potential tying run. Meanwhile, the Aces bullpen starting to move. Isaiah Campbell, right-hander, starting to throw. Left on left, first pitch to Labrada. That's at the knees with a sinker for strike 1. Lynn, who is up to 78 pitches in the start. The lefty's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper breaking off the plate. 0-2. Labrada looking for his first hit today. He's grounded out to second base a couple times. The kick and the 0-2. Down and away with the sweeper. Same pitch that he just saw. This time Labrada lets it go by for ball one. Rainiers had a pair of runners in the fifth inning with one out, but could not score. 1-2. Swing and a broken bat flare, shallow left center field. Shortstop Fernandez going out. It's over his head. Wisdom up to second base as Victor Labrada has a base hit. The first two reach in the sixth inning, and that'll bring the go-ahead run to the plate in Connor Joe. Labrada really reaching out at a sweeper, breaking off the plate. Base hit comes at the cost of the bat, but that's a trade Labrada will take every time. And let's see if that is the end of the line for the Aces left-hander. As conference comes together on the mound. Looks like that is Jeff Bajanero, the Aces pitching coach. Not the manager, Jeff Gardner. And so Lynn will face Joe as Campbell continues to loosen up in the bullpen. It was Connor Joe that tied this game in the fourth inning with a solo homer. If he does that again here, he'll give the Rainiers the lead. Wisdom at second and Labrada at first with no outs in the sixth inning. Great opportunity here for Tacoma. First pitch. This is high with a changeup. 1-0 on Connor Joe. Wisdom drew a 4-pitch walk. Labrada singled. Lynn working from the third base side of the rubber. The kick into 1-0. A swing and a line drive, base hit into center field. Wisdom getting the green light around third. Here comes the throw, it is cut off. It's an RBI single for Connor Joe. And the Rainiers are within a run. It's 4-3.
A multi-hit game now for Joe, and it comes in a big spot. He scorched that one, 106 off the bat into center field, and the leadoff walk proves to be beneficial. Still nobody out in the sixth.
And that is going to be the end of the line for Min Lin. Aces manager Jeff Gardner is out of the dugout and has made the call to the bullpen. Johnny Pereda will be the hitter when we return. Isaiah Campbell coming out for Reno. We'll tell you about him after the break. Rainiers have runners at first and second with no outs in the sixth inning. Trailing now by just a run. It's 4-3 on Kixie 880. Campbell coming into the game 4-1 with an 8.80 ERA. And the first pitch to Pereda is cut on and missed for strike one. Campbell, who made 27 appearances with the Mariners in 2023, skipped right over Tacoma on his ascent to the big leagues as the 0-1 pitch is off the plate. Now a ball and a strike. Competitive balance round B. Pick by Seattle in 2019 out of Arkansas. The 1-1 to Pereda. Bounced in on a slider. Backhanded pick by Garcia. It's now 2-1 on Johnny Pereda. Tying run standing out at second base. Campbell, four-seam slider sinker combination. Fastball averaging about 95 miles an hour. Right-hander comes together below the belt. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball foul to the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Johnny Pereda. Pereda today with a couple of ground outs to short. Looking to tie this game up with a base hit. A lot of room on the right side of the diamond here. And a 2-2. A swing and a fly ball lifted center field. That sends Waldschmidt into the alley on the right side. He makes the catch. Labrada tagging from second base on his way to third. He gets there as the throw is cut off. And the Rainiers have the tying run 90 feet away as Pareda flies out for the first out of the inning. So productive out for Tacoma. Bring up Jackson Reitz. See how the Aces are going to play this. They're going to play about middle depth here, still trying turn two. As the first offering to Reitz, checked his swing, but it's a strike. And the count is 0-1. Labrada at third, Joe still at first. Tying run at third base. Rainiers down 4-3. The stretch in the 0-1. In the dirt. Ball and a strike now on Jackson Reitz, who's 0 for 2. Just looking to get a ball deep into the outfield here. Doesn't have to be all that deep with Labrada's speed at third base. Campbell deals home the 1-1 pitch. That is on the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Both teams retaining their 2 challenges here in the 6th inning of this game. The 1-2. A swing and a fly ball hit foul. Stung well down the right side. Still 1-2 on Jackson Reitz with 1 gone in the 6th inning. Campbell set. And the 1-2. Missing low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Campbell was traded by Seattle to Boston in the offseason, November 2023. Brought Luis Urias to the Pacific Northwest. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball foul, third base side. Reitz was out in front of the slider. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good of an opportunity Tacoma's had today. Already 1 run in the 6th, looking for another to tie it. The 2-2. Swing and a line drive, base hit into center field. Labrada walks home, he scores. Jackson Reitz ties the game with an RBI single. It is 4-4 in the 6th inning.
Right back up the middle, and Reitz gets the job done. Tacoma able to tie this back and forth continues, but still just 1 out on the board, and it pushes the go-ahead run into scoring position.
Connor Joe now at second base, Reitz the runner at first, and Blake Rambush the hitter. 4-4 game now in the 6th. First pitch to Rambush. On the inner half of the fastball for a strike, it's 0-1. Campbell towing the third base side of the rubber, deals the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a line drive center field. That is down for a hit. Stop sign put up at third base as Joe will hold there. It's a single for Rambush, and the Rainiers have him loaded in the 6th inning for the top of the order.
And multi-hit game now for Rambush. He's 2 for 3 with his 2nd single. Applying the pressure, and Tacoma now with 4 singles along with the walk in the 6th. This will be the 7th batter.
Miles Mastrobuoni stepping to the plate. In from the left side against the righty Campbell. Bags packed with 1 gone in a tie game. First pitch to Mastrobuoni. It is a fastball in there for a strike at 95 miles an hour. And it's 0-1. Joe at third, Reitz at second, Rambush at first. Still just 1 out in the inning. The 0-1. Check swing and a foul back, and now 0-2 on Mastrobuoni. So the Rainiers capitalizing with the first 3 batters of the 6th inning, all reaching base, driving Yu-Min Lin out of the ball game. He is still responsible for Connor Joe at third. The 0-2. A swing and a fly ball hit well left field, sending Ortiz back onto the warning track. He is at the wall and makes the catch as he crashes into the fence. Joe tags from third. He's on his way home. He scores. It's a sacrifice fly for Miles Mastroboni, and the Rainiers take a 5-4 lead in the 6th inning. Got it deep enough out to left field, sending Ortiz way back there, bouncing off the fence and allowing Joe to score. And the Rainiers have taken the lead. Now 2 gone in the inning as Ryan Bliss digs in. First pitch swinging at a fastball. Could not get it. It's 0-1. Reed still at second. Rambush still at first after the Mastroboni sac fly. 0-1, swing and a miss at another fastball. 0-2 on Ryan Bliss. The 0-2. Swing and a foul off to the third base side as that was in on the hands of Bliss. Still 0-2. Rainiers now with 3 runs here in the 6th inning and have vaulted themselves in front 5-4. 0-2. Tried to climb the ladder with 96, but Bliss lets it go above the zone. A ball and 2 strikes. Campbell set and the pitch. That's in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. So now let's see if the Rainiers can get greedy and add on some more. Bliss has doubled and been hit by a pitch today and scored.
83 pitches, 46 in the stretch.
Rainiers trying to even this series at a game apiece. The pitch. The pitch is a ball. Back pick goes to second. Reitz is in there on a slide. Fastball missed high to Bliss, and now the count is full at 3-2. Looking for a little insurance. The payoff pitch. Runners go, and it is high, ball 4. The bases are loaded once again as Bliss draws the walk, and here comes Brock Rodden.
Couple of grand slams for him this season. Bases loaded opportunity. Looking for his first hit of the game.
He's come up in some big spots this season. Rainiers with 4 grand slams this year. Brock's got 2 of them. Last one coming on the road trip in Salt Lake at the end of May. And an opportunity to really break this thing open. Meanwhile, the Reno bullpen get moving again. Casey Anderson, the right-hander, starting to loosen up. Rodden is the 9th batter of the inning for the Rainiers. In from the left side, and Campbell's first pitch. Fastball on the outer corner for a strike, 0-1. Rodden, one of the bigger pull hitters in this league. The 0-1. Hit in the air, left center field. Ortiz is there, and he will make the catch for the final out of the 6th inning. But the Rainiers put up a 3-spot.
Ortiz. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Reno Aces, left fielder Angel Ortiz.
For Domingo Gonzalez, or Peyton Alford rather, it's been now 4 pitchers for Tacoma in this bullpen game as Ortiz takes over. He will face Angel Ortiz to start out the inning. 9-1-2 due up. Rainiers back on top, leading 5-4 after 3 runs on 4 hits in the 6th inning. Lefty on lefty matchup here as Ortiz steals the 1-0. That's in for a strike to even the count. Ortiz, Robinson, Waldschmidt, the 3 due up. For the Aces, 9-1-2. Southpaw. And Robinson Ortiz shakes off a couple signs as Angel Ortiz steps out. Lefty for the Rainiers, 6 foot even, 180 pounds. He is 26 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. Deals the 1-1. Bouncing ball foul down the first base side. 1-2. Get you caught up on a couple of final lines today. Hull had the start for Tacoma as Ortiz readies. 1-2 home. Called strike 3. Goes to the sweeper, and Ortiz gets a strikeout to start out the 7th inning. That is the 6th strikeout for the Rainiers today. Now it's Christian Robinson back to the top of the order. He's 1 for 3 of the pair of strikeouts. First pitch. In for strike 1. Gonzalez inning in 2/3 today. 2 runs, a hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Alford finished off the 6th inning for him, recording the final out. Allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 1 today. As that one sails high. A ball and a strike now for Robinson. One. Swing, and this one hit on the ground to the 3rd baseman. Smothered by Bliss, he throws across the diamond for the out. 2 away in the 7th. Base is empty now for Ryan Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt, strikeout, ground out, and a line out tonight. Ortiz making his 27th appearance with the Rainiers. 480 ERA for him. Opponents hitting 198. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. Peel on the check swing. He did not go, says the first base umpire. One-0. Swing, and this one hit out towards left field, but foul into the corner by the party deck. Ball and a strike now for Waldschmidt. Five runs, 8 hits, no errors for Tacoma. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Reno. The 1-1. Hit foul. First base side, off the top of the awning, 1-2. Ortiz and Pareda settle. 1-2 on the way. Just high. Two is called a ball, but quickly a challenge from Pareda. Both teams have both challenges left. That one is just barely a ball. So Tacoma will lose the challenge by just a sliver, 0.3 of an inch. And Waldschmidt will stay alive in a full count. Wide stance from the right side. The payoff. Misses for ball 4, and a 2-out walk will allow Waldschmidt to reach for the first time tonight. That puts the tying run on base now for Tim Tawa, who walked and scored run in the 6th. He is 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts.
And the Rainiers come back and grab that lead now 5-4 in the 7th, and those 2-out walks doesn't come back to hurt you. Don't want to get too down into the meat of the order here.
First pitch misses low.
Trying to take care of business right here against Tawa.
We talked about how solid Ortiz has been. You talk about the theme of going more than an inning for relievers, 4 outings for him now, where he's been able to put together 2 innings of work as the 1-0. It's off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. And across those 8 combined innings, he's not allowed to run. Last pitch against Round Rock. On Sunday, 2 scoreless, allowed just a hit. No walks, struck out 1, just 24 pitches for him. Mike McCarthy goes out, the Rainiers pitching coach, along with Johnny Pareda. Quick conversation between the 3. Gives Ortiz a pat on the back. And a 2-0 count now for Tawa. This is low with a sweeper. Walk for Waldschmidt. Now Tawa ahead in the count. Ortiz deals. That's in for a strike. Sweeper, 4-seam, sinker, cutter, and changeup for the lefty. Three-one. Fly ball hit out towards right. Joe drifting back at the warning track at the wall, and he reaches up.
Number 61, Casey Anderson. Next up to the plate for La Familia, first baseman, Patrick Wisdom.
Hitting the Rainiers, looking for some insurance here against the Aces. 5-4 lead right now. It'll be Patrick Wisdom to lead off the frame. He is facing Casey Anderson on the mound. Swing and a miss at the sinker for strike 1. Anderson taking over for Campbell, who came in to finish off the 6th for Yumin Lin. So we'll get you both of their final lines here. But the Rainiers sent all 9 to the plate in the 7th, as that one catches the zone. The count evens at 1 apiece. In the 6th, rather, they sent all 9. Now here in the 7th, Wisdom to lead things off. He worked a walk to get the momentum going in the 6th inning. The Rainiers scoring 3 runs on 4 hits in that frame. So now facing Anderson. He deals. That one cut on and missed for strike 3 as Wisdom goes down swinging at the slider for out number 1. 4th strikeout today for Reno, and it's Victor Labrada. Labrada is single and a run scored in the last inning. First pitch, he shows bunt, pushes it down the line, but it kicks foul. Down the third base side, count is 0-1. Anderson, 6'4", 185 pounds, out of Salt Lake City, Utah. 11th round pick in 2023. Final line today for Lynn, 5 innings, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Out a home run to Connor Joe as the Brada bounces it foul. Third base side 0-2. Campbell, an inning of work, none of the runs charged to his line. 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. So Anderson is the third pitcher for the Aces tonight. He's ahead in the count 0-2 as the Brada takes a second deep breath, now back in from the left side. 0-2. Inside with a cutter. Joe, the batter, waiting on deck. One, two. Hit foul. Down the first base side. Dark shade of blue above head, the stadium lights that have been in effect for a majority of today's game. Light clouds as well as the 1-2 is cut on and missed for strike 3. Garcia applies the tag. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson in the 7th. As he goes to the slider to get Labrada for out number 2.
Base is empty with 2 outs. Connor Joe at the plate. He was 2 for 3. Has driven in 2 of the 5 runs for Tacoma. Swings at the slider for strike 1. Oh, 1. And for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Anderson strikes out the side in order in the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down with 3 strikeouts.
Some noise!
Singles. Right-hander on the mound, kicks and fires the first pitch, and it's in for strike 1. Taylor, 6 foot even, 205 pounds, 24 years old, out of Fontana, California. Facing his former teammate in Locklear. And this one is bounced back to the mound. Taylor has it, underhand toss to first, 1 away. Records the first out in the inning. Now it brings up Jose Fernandez. Nice play by Taylor, able to squeeze it. Now Fernandez at the plate, who has been able to reach in every opportunity tonight. A home run, a single, and a fielder's choice. First pitch is low for ball 1. 2 for 3 on the night. Ortiz in the 7th, the scoreless inning, allowed 1 walk, got a strikeout, facing 1 over the minimum. The 1-0. That's in for a strike. Count evens. One. Foul back, 1-2. Taylor with a 5.08 ERA. Making his 30th appearance today with Tacoma. Opponents hitting .255 against him, but he ranks among PCL leaders in appearances, tied for 6th with 29 coming into tonight. 1-2 home. Swing, and this one lined out of the reach of Rodden. It sneaks into left center field. Fernandez up to second base. The throw goes there, and it is not in time. Now Jose Fernandez is a triple shy of the cycle as he gets a double with 1 out in the 8th inning. puts the tying run in scoring position for the Aces on what is his third double with Reno. Manuel Pena at the plate. First pitch is in for a strike.
Yeah, like you said, the guy's gone 11 games without a homer. It's only a matter of time before he's got to find that power again here. Big spot here for Taylor. Try and get the second out of the inning. Keep this one-run lead.
0-1. Hit behind the plate foul. Where Danny Soretti waits on deck. 0-2 the count now for Pena, who's had a solid day overall. A double, a walk, an RBI. Oh, 2 outside. Top of the 8th with 1 out on the board. Taylor readies. 1-2. Swing and a ground ball hit to the second base side. Mastroboni is there and he throws to first base for the out. It does push Fernandez up to third base. But with 2 outs, here is Danny Soretti.
Second baseman, Danny Soretti.
He got an RBI double in the 6th inning. Both sides doing a good majority of the scoring in the 6th. Bliss playing a few steps in as the first pitch is in for a strike. Taylor deals. That one misses for a ball to even the count. One. In for strike 2. As Taylor dots the fastball. Soretti readjusting the batting gloves. Steps back in and a 1-2 count with 2 outs and a runner at third. 1-2 is low. It's blocked by Pareda. Keeps Fernandez at third base. The 2-2. Tight inside. Turns out of the way of the fastball just shy of 97 to load the count full. Taylor sets at the letters. The payoff. Called strike 3. Soretti is left frozen as Taylor gets a strikeout looking to Pareda. 2 groundouts to short, a fly out to right as he steps in. 5-4 Tacoma on top. First pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Abner on the 40-man for the Diamondbacks. He's 6'1", 230 pounds, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. 6th round pick in 2023. 1-1. Swing, and this one to the opposite field. It gets down. Johnny Pareda with a leadoff single to start out the 8th inning. And Pareda just continues to go to the opposite field. We talked about it a lot, but a great piece of hitting there.
After he snapped the 8-game hitting streak yesterday, again, similar thing, curveball outer half, let it travel deep and smack it through the other side for a base hit. Again, he's on time for those off-speed pitches. And
now Reitz ropes it down the left field side, but foul.
you love to see Pareda keep this offense moving. The consistency that you've gotten from him has been excellent.
Abner sets. 0-1. blown away. Ball and a strike. Reeds an RBI single in the 6th inning to add on to the 3-run frame for Tacoma. They took the lead in the 6th. Abner deals. Changeup cut on and missed. Moves the count to 1-2. Pareda a few steps off of first. 1-2. Golf foul. Abner deals the 1-2 home. Swing and a miss. Reeds down on strikes as Abner goes to the fastball for the first out in the inning. Now it's Blake Rambush. Abner making his 25th appearance with the Aces, owns a 2-1 record and a 4.44 ERA across 26 1/3 innings, 13 earned runs, 20 hits, 9 walks to 30 strikeouts. First pitch is low to Rambush for ball 1. Opponents have hit .211 facing him. Has not allowed a home run across his 24 appearances with Reno so far. The 1-0. Fly ball down the right field side, but foul. Onto the berm. Ball and a strike. See if Tacoma can get another run or two across in the 8th inning ahead of the top of the 9th. Leading 5-4. Rambush with 2 hits today. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Top of the order waiting on deck in Mastrobuoni. 1-1 is high. 2 balls and a strike.
Tonight's paid attendance, 3,263, 3263.
2-1. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, fielded by Fernandez, and he throws across the diamond as Pena lunges out, and the play is made to beat Rambush there. Nice play from Fernandez, a ton of speed for Rambush, but he fires a dart to first and just beats him. Very close there for the second out. Does move Pareda into scoring position. So with 2 outs, it's back to the top of the order and Miles Mastrobuoni. First pitch is in for a strike with a slider. Abner faced Tacoma opening weekend, just 2/3 there, allowed 3 runs on a hit. Coming off of an inning and 2/3, allowing a run against the Comets. That one is lined to the second baseman, and Soretti for the final out in the inning, a line out.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for Reno, number 35, Adamiz Garcia.
Spent some time with the Mariners, but a big addition to have back in the Rainiers bullpen. Garcia to lead things off. The first pitch is in for a strike with a sinker.
And his time that he got called up to the major leagues was among the league leader. It was the league leader in saves, and a lot of it because of that. He had 98. He was pumping into the zone. Got off to a phenomenal start with Tacoma.
A 1 swing and a miss for strike 2.
And then he was doing that. Slider looked great, especially playing off that fastball. His stuff really, really good here with the Rainiers. Got some ugly swings and misses and able to set it off of that electric heater.
Had 4 saves with Tacoma across 8 appearances. As the 0-2 misses low, ball and 2 strikes. 8 innings, 1 run, it was not earned, 4 hits, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. with Tacoma. The 1-2. This is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Garcia. Hoppy takes over for Taylor, who had a scoreless 8th. Worked around a double with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. 2-2. Just misses, but here's the challenge from Pareda. Tacoma has 1 challenge left, and it will stay that way. That's a strike 3 for Hoppy. Garcia down on strikes for the first out in the 9th. Sinker plays perfectly in the corner.
And this is what Hoppy's role is going to be with Tacoma. The high leverage spots, try and lock down the saves because he's been able to do stuff like that. 98, really located well, great slider.
Now Ortiz takes a big swing at the slider for strike 1. 2 strikeouts today and a ground out. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Hoppy steps off. Ortiz steps back in. Left-handed batter at the plate. The right-hander readies. 0-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 99 on the gun. And again, Hoppy ahead in the count, 0-2. The pitch. Foul back. Off the netting. Got a piece of the fastball to keep the count 0-2. Hoppy asks for a new baseball. Leans in, gets a sign from Pareda. 0-2. Blocked. Slider in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order waiting on deck. Hoppy sets. 1-2. Bounced foul. Heads up to the dugout down the first base side. Pulls a slider foul. Another 1-2. That one in the dirt. And the count evens at 2 apiece. Two. Lined into center field. On the run is Labrada, and he slides for it. He can't hold on to it. Ortiz will retreat back to first with a single in the 9th. Tough play for Labrada to make. Falling quickly, and he tried to slide for it, but just not able to squeeze it.
And it looked like he may have almost gotten the leather underneath it, trying to snow cone it. I mean, it's pretty close to hauling that in, but still got the body behind it in case he didn't come up with it. Yeah, it takes a gamble there, but still keeps the runner at first.
So the tying run is aboard now for the Aces. And it brings up Christian Robinson, who's 1 for 4 with a single and a stolen base today. 2 strikeouts on the night. But a pinch runner as well for Reno. They put in Jacob Amaya to run for Ortiz. First pitch to Robinson. Misses for ball 1. Hoppy toes the rubber from the first base side. Spin and a throw to first. Trying to get Amaya leaning. He's back in safely. Robinson a ground out to third his last time up. Double play in order here as the 1-0 is hit softly down the third base side. Hoppy fields it, throws to first base to get the out. Robinson is out. Hoppy falling off the mound down the third base side. Able to beat him there. Does move Amaya into scoring position. Ryan Waldschmidt, the last chance for Reno with 2 outs on the board, but the tying run in scoring position. Waldschmidt worked to walk his last time up. First pitch. Bouncing ball to the third base side. Bliss is there. He throws across the diamond in time. That's the ball game, and Tacoma wins 5-4 here on Wednesday night. They hold on to take it with 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors in the field. The Aces, with the tying run in scoring position, fall with 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors tonight. The difference today for Tacoma, the 3-run 6th inning where they were able to get back on top. The bullpen carried it from there, but all in all, this bullpen game for Tacoma. And you had Nick Hull, who started things out early with those 4 innings of work.